Hello. What's going on? Well, I'm glad you did the testing thing because apparently I have my audio set to the wrong thing. All right, somebody say something for me.
I'm saying word.
All right, thank you.
Should be instead. I gotta do that. Nice.
All right. You guys ready?
Yeah, I'm all good. Ready as I'll ever be, I guess. Let's do it.
And here we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Griffcast episode 159, right? Yeah. The Maturity Nerdy Podcast for Amateur People, the show where we talk about any and all things nerd, video games, comic books, movies, computer technology, and or science. I am your host, King Neckbeard Griffmore. Welcome to the show. Where's Wild at?
I don't know. Has Wild been here? How many shows has Wild done, like in the past?
He was here on the last show.
When was that? Oh, dude.
2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Was I there?
Yeah, we all were.
Yeah, Solid's wrong, black guy. CP was here.
Oh, it must have been the show before.
Yeah, show before, I think he was here. CP was here for the last show. Wild missed it. It was Super Bowl Sunday was the last show.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, the whole bi-weekly thing throws everybody off.
Yeah.
All right. Well, CP, did your boys get the points and win the game?
They got points and they won some games, but they didn't win. They won. Wait, hold on. Which tournament I'm thinking about? Oh, dude, it's been a blur. We've had a couple tournaments.
Well, okay, let's start with Super Bowl.
Whatever. With Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I'm in coaching mode, so like every time somebody asks me a question, I think they're asking me something about coaching. So yeah. I mean, I've done this so many times, like over the last couple of weeks, man. People will ask me a question, and I'll just go straight into coaching mode and like talking about the team that I coach, and they're like, "No, I'm not talking about that." And I'm like, "Wait, what are you talking about?"
Oh, I understand. Yeah. Like I'll have people just walk in and be like, "Hey, did you catch the game last night?" All right, no.
Like, yeah, I was at it, man. I was coaching it. What are you talking about? And they're like, "No, not that one."
Me, I just go, no, I wasn't. I didn't want to catch the game. I don't watch sports, so. And it's not like I'm better than you. I don't watch sports. I don't demean myself. No, it's I just not entertained by it. Okay.
How do you not like sports, man? Dude, I fucking love sports.
I just don't.
Dude, I'm kind of right there with him, honestly.
These last 2 weeks have been grueling for me because I've been waking up at 3 a.m. to watch the Olympics. Waking up every day.
Oh, is the Olympics happening right now?
No, it's over. Today was the last day.
See, shows you how much I know.
It's over and done with now. Dude.
All right, so here's the way I look at it, right? I can either, we'll use football as the example, right? I can either sit there for 1 to 4 hours watching a bunch of people and a bunch of dudes in spandex manhandle each other or I could sit down and to pretend to be a wizard fighting a dragon.
Why not do both? It's called fucking multitasking, sir. Called football on the TV. You got 2 monitors, so you can watch sports on your TV. You got 2 monitors. You can have one monitor that's playing Netflix, and you get caught up on Stranger Things. And then you got one monitor, got your games, and you can do it all. And then you have your podcast on your phone, like whatever podcast you're listening to, catch up, ebooks. Do it all, man. You got an iPad too? Fucking whip out the iPad and you can get some Candy Crush in as well.
Yeah. And you heard it here first. CP says
how do you not like sports, man? Like sports, you didn't even know about the Olympics. So that just means you're not American right now. You didn't know the Olympics were going on, and you're not rooting for America. Pulled off something fantastic. Got gold medal in both men's and women's hockey. Stupidity's absurd. Yes.
I'm sure Canada's so happy about that.
Because Canada is definitely not happy because they got the silver in both in one. And I was like, oh, hold up, everybody. We still got the men's game to go. Canada could come back and get a W there. Nope. Said no. We said USA the whole way. But Norway, man, Norway was sweeping. They were sweeping. There were some events they got first, second, and third. They were just sweeping everybody, man. Norway is stupid good at winter sports. I mean, also look at where they live.
Well, yeah.
There's also like, I mean, like they had like a documentary on too. Like when I was watching, like one of the primetime channels, they had like in between events, they had like a documentary on like why Norway is so good at winter sports. Is because they
live in it.
They don't let. I mean, no, it's not that they just live in it, but they don't let their kids do shit like this. What we're doing right now, they don't let them.
Well, fair enough.
When they're at a young age, they're not like, oh, just here's a cell phone, go play Candy Crush for 14 hours and leave me the fuck alone. No, they're actually like forcing their kids to go outside, and they're taking them out to the parks and stuff to go skiing and stuff. They had fucking like 8-year-olds doing what is it, the ski jump where you go down the ramp.
Oh yeah,
and fly a fucking 100 meters. Obviously, it was not to that scale, but they had like a version. They had like 8-year-olds doing it and just prepping them. That's all they do. They just prep them for winter sports. They have fun, and they're like, it's not even about the sport, man. It's just about getting, having them have activity and do stuff, and not sit in front of a screen for 14 hours a day and sit there and play Candy Crush on their phone.
I mean, fair enough.
Maybe we should do some stuff like that, dude. I learned a stupid statistic. I think it was probably from that same documentary too. That same quick stupid. I can't say it. That documentary interview, showcase, snap it, special, whatever it was. They say it like it's like 70 by the time kids, like by the time they're 14, 70 or like 75% of the youth just quit sports.
I can see that.
I probably said that terribly.
Well, see, that's about that time frame.
They're in high school.
Yeah, that's about that time frame when you really realize if you're good enough to keep playing or not.
I don't think it's not really about that, man. Like, be good. I mean, it's an outlet. You don't have to be a professional. You can just play the sport to get an outlet, get exercise.
Well, if you think about it today.
I think in today's society, a lot of people view it that way automatically because of the fame and fortune that can come with just doing that type of stuff. We naturally associate it with, it being connected to that. It's kind of like people who make music. People just automatically assume if you're making music, you're doing it to get somewhere, not because you just enjoy it.
Yeah.
That, man, dude, it's such a small number. Or I guess it's such a large number that quit sports.
Yeah.
Just doesn't do. You're talking about.
Well, that's all I've gone through and like on podcasts that I listen to or shows that I listen to, and they're like, oh, this had like 15,000 viewers. That's not bad. And I'm like, I'm happy if I break 300.
I'm happy if I break 4.
It's like, I like, this is just hanging out with the boys. This is not, the end all be all. If it turns into that, cool. But this is just hanging out with the boys. We're talking crap over the stupid things that companies we follow do when it comes to hobbies that we enjoy. But that's it, really. Like, this is not a get rich quick scheme. I'm not looking to be, the next Joe Rogan. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not affected either way.
I just wish, kids does more sports. It's a good outlet, man. Good activity.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Good for the mental health and other things and stress and just getting away from stuff. I don't know. Great outlet. And as much as I hate children, sometimes I feel good helping children grow in a sport. Man, I hate kids so much. I don't know why I'm a coach, man. I hate children so much. But the kids I coach are always so good. I mean, maybe they're turning my life around. Or they're turning my perspective. Both? Oh! Are they teaching me?
Sudden realization.
CP realizes he's in a Hallmark movie.
I'm in a movie? Oh my God. Hope I'm not being filmed. You're all going to see some weird stuff. It would definitely not make the Hallmark channel. No, man, that is straight to stream rated NC-17. That's not cool. And that's when I'm by myself, man. That's just weird. That's not fun. There's no way you should see that shit.
Fair enough. Nope. So we're going to jump into...
Let's go to the first topic.
Let's go to the first topic. All right, so we're going to talk controllers because Sony's getting ready to do something that's either going to be groundbreaking or the stupidest idea they've ever had.
I think it's going to be the latter.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. Have you guys ever tried, like, when Fortnite was... I guess Fortnite's still huge. But it came out on mobile and people were trying to play it on their mobile device, and it's just... That was not it. That was not it.
When we're talking about playing games on a mobile device and having to use the touchscreen as part of the controller, I don't think it's good, but I think it makes a little more sense than like some games, because at least when you're hitting the so-called buttons, you're still looking at the screen that requires you to interact with the buttons that are there. Whereas if you're playing a controller, like just a regular PlayStation or Xbox type controller, you need to feel the buttons to know what you're kind of looking for without having to physically look at the controller every single time to make sure that you're hitting the right buttons. I do not feel that this is going to pave the way to smooth gameplay.
Yeah, that was my exact same argument as well. I'm touching the controller. I need to feel the buttons with my thumb.
I am right there with both y'all. I just want to point out something that has been brought to my realization, especially today, right before the show. All right. So there are things that are happening within the industry that I think are forcing a step backwards to relieve pressure on developers. Because here's the thing, and I mean this in a different way. Okay, so our generation's kids are growing up on touchscreens. They know how to use touchscreens. They are intuitive with touchscreens. Our generation is textile.
Yes.
So the generation coming up is used to using touchscreens for everything.
So this was kind of another point that I was also going to say, that perhaps this is just simply a symptom of us getting old and not being able to keep up with the times, quote unquote. Because you're right. That's a valid point and observation to make, that the youth today is growing up with that type of technology, whereas we did not. Yeah. And we were used to a certain thing. And for us, it's really hard to adjust to some of the new ways of doing things, because to us, it just doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem like it makes as much sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, but you already had a good point, Sobs. Even if they're growing up with touchscreens, they're still looking at what they're doing. The screen's in front of them, and their eyes are on the screen as they are touching it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to have a controller when you play with a controller, you're not going to have the controller here and trying to watch the screen there and trying to watch the controller here to make sure that you're touching the right buttons.
You haven't seen kids today. It's not intuitive. It is not, but they would 100% do that.
Yeah,
this is why I hate kids. We're coming back around, man. This is why I hate kids.
Have you seen some of these professional like COD players and how they sit with their monitors?
I have not.
I have. I don't think that was a joke, but it was a funny photo. You're talking about the guy that had the monitor up here, but like his mouse and keyboard were like
it's all of them.
Monitor.
It's not that one. It's all of them. They all do that.
Okay, but then now we're coming back to my same thing. They are physically touching the components. They're touching the keyboard, they're touching the mouse, and they can feel it and they understand what they're doing. Even when you're touching the keyboard, you can't see it.
Okay.
Some of the keys have, marks on it so you can understand where your where your coordination is, where your reference is.
I need to explain two forms of context for this entire conversation because I just realized that we have given no context of what we're talking about. All right, so what do I mean by the going back to the touchscreens and controllers and all that is PlayStation is currently developing a completely touchscreen controller. I have seen two variations. One is all of the buttons are replaced with a touchscreen, and it has analog sticks, and another one where even the analog sticks are touchscreen. We don't know what's actually happening with that, and it probably won't be within the next generation. But it is coming.
I mean, it might if they're pushing for 2026. I mean, not 2026, but they're pushing for it for PlayStation 6. Yeah. PlayStation 6 is now getting pushed back to 2028, maybe 2029, maybe 2030. Is that a thing?
That'd be 2030.
Yeah. So there's another thing. There's another point I want to raise about like just the functionality of controllers and how certain games, want you to interact with their game. What is their solution when it comes to like how do I say this? Like the interactability with the buttons on the controller and the general sense of like, holding the button down for a certain amount of time for a certain feature or function or things like this. Like, I realize all of this is probably hypothetical right now, and maybe they don't even have answers to this yet, but I'm curious as to how that would work in a way that like how is it going to recognize to do a button press, or if it recognizes multiple button presses in a quick succession of time without getting incorrect inputs.
Valid points. 100% valid points. Like, these are things that they haven't explained, they haven't shown. Like, so far we are in we know that this is happening phase. We just don't know when phase. Right.
Yeah, all we know is like you said, like you've seen pictures or like designs. I think those are all just like fan art, whatever. The only thing that we really know is that Sony appears to have submitted a patent for a touch screen controller. That's pretty much it.
Well, I would imagine they're probably just trying to lock.
I can see that. That's like out of the box, but it's super expensive to replace.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Like, Sony has taken so many business ideas from Apple that I think Apple could almost sue Sony for plagiarism.
Yeah.
Speaking of Sony, we're going to be talking about Sony a lot this show. Sony's developing game streaming 2.0. So we talked, it's not necessarily named game streaming 2.0. If you go search for anything right now, it says that Sony is developing a way to make a 100 gig game where the size of 100 megabytes on your device.
Right.
It is incorrectly done. It would download 100 gigabyte or 100 megabyte file into your device and then download in the background. But you will live stream it while you're downloading it. So the same thing that we've been doing for years, just done differently.
Right.
It kind of made sense. It seemed like they would have like you said, like 100 megabyte, file would run a lot of the core assets, but then there would be other assets and resources that would then be streamed.
Yeah.
Benches, light posts, some buildings maybe. And then a lot of the core content, maybe like story and game and mechanics, would be on the game.
Yeah.
Because I think that's usually what takes up most of the space on a on a disk drive, or on a disk on media. It's just the graphics processing, and the graphics and the assets and the fine detail. Like if you download a song, a song is not, a lot. An audio file is not a lot of space. But if you download like an HD 4K image, and it's just a still image, it's still a lot of space. It's a lot of detail in it, right? So that could be the idea that they're going for. A lot of the imagery would then be streamed. But I think you would still have to have one hell of internet provider to do it.
Yeah.
It could be done. I hope it's not the way of the future. I talk about this, but I've been using, I had the PlayStation Portal and being able to stream games. I've been using the fuck out of that thing since.
Oh, yeah, that reminds me. So, for Christmas, I got a Backbone.
Yeah.
I actually found out that I can use this to remote access Steam from my PC.
Oh, you can remote access Steam?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I feel like you could. You can play your Steam games. You can stream your Steam games.
Yeah, I can stream it from my PC.
Yeah.
I have been sitting at work, which is over an hour away from where I'm currently sitting. And for 6 hours straight, I sat here and played PoE at max settings.
Are you admitting on national television that you were playing video games while you're supposed to be working?
Yes. I don't need to hide that fact.
You're just going in.
That's right.
Getting headshots, and your boss walks in and it's just like, "Why'd you kill me, man?" I'm like, "I'm sorry."
Well, what's funny is the other day I admitted to my boss that I fell asleep on my desk. So he's like, "Yeah, it's fine. You're good."
I guess as long as the work gets done, man, they don't care how it gets done as long as it gets done.
Basically.
Right.
I had a job that was it was backwards from that. I won't go into detail.
But
I was the best one in the office. I was just doing it very unorthodox and they even put me in a meeting and they're like, "Hey, we can see you're doing the most amount of work in here, but you're doing it, while you have YouTube running in the background." I'm like, "Why would you break the process? You just admitted that I'm your best employee. Why would you fuck that shit up? Why would you do that? That makes no sense to me." They're like, "You can't have YouTube playing the whole day." And I'm like, "You just admitted I was doing the most and best work." Crazy. Continue.
Yeah. So I am right there. So I work every other Saturday, Sunday, which is why the show is bi-weekly. And when I'm at work on Saturdays and Sundays, it is dead in my office. Nothing is getting done. Nobody's doing anything. And my job requires other people to do their job so I can do my job. It's the whole thing. Anyway, if it's absolutely dead and nobody's doing anything, I'm typically sitting there for 12 hours doing nothing. I decided to resolve this issue with the Backbone, which my wife got me for Christmas. And it's been fantastic. The ability of the app to connect over cellular to my PC the technology has advanced significantly since the last time I attempted it. So maybe the PlayStation Portal is doing better than I thought it would.
I mean, so like, even when I use the PlayStation Portal to like, I'm not a huge fan of it. You know, I still get a little bit of lag, and I'm like, dude, I'm in the house. But like, when you stream games from the cloud, dude, it runs so much better.
Yeah.
You know, I've always been using remote play, even like you could do it on your PC even before I had the Portal, and then I had the Portal, and then streaming off the PlayStation. I'm like, man, it's not good. There's too much lag input. Hate it. The graphics drop all the time. The connection, like, I'm fantastic. Well played. Hope it's not the end game.
Well,
and to remove physical media, even though I guess digital games, it's physically on the system. Keep that, because you can't always rely on the internet.
No.
I'm not
so
leaving.
Speaking
I'm
of,
not gonna snap. I'm just.
Sony has already shut down Bluepoint, which is.
I'm so disappointed to hear that.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, Bluepoint is the company that was in charge of the Dark Souls remake and something else. What was it? Oh yeah, the Shadow of the Colossus remake.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And both of those remakes were really good.
Both of those remakes were really good, especially the Shadow of the Colossus remake. So I never played the original Shadow of the Colossus, but I heard so much about it, and then the remake came out, and I played it. Oh my god, that's such a good fucking game.
Yeah.
That is such a good fucking game. It's one of those games that is just so fucking simple, man. It's not overly complex with so many different fucking controls. It's not a world that's bloated with a shit ton of content. Like, you're just going, you know, like, hey, let's go here, take care of this Titan real quick. And you take him down real quick. The mechanics are easy. You don't have to sit there and like try to hold buttons to get different features. God, man, games is so simple. It's so easy, but so fantastic. I love games like that, man. I love games where they just.
I played the original. I never played the remake. But the original was so good, I didn't feel like I needed to play the remake. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I feel like they're probably very similar in game. I don't think it's not like they added content or took things away.
Beautified it for the modern systems.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still more than a remaster. It's still more than a remaster. But it is like a 1-for-1 remake. Unlike, like, you know how like Resident Evil 2 and 3, you know, they added a lot of content, changed the view, the camera view. So that's not a 1-for-1 remake. But I think Shadow of the Colossus was a 1-for-1 remake. But that was still more than a remaster. Right?
Yeah. So this next one has me very curious. Sorry, I'm going to speed these up a little bit. We've already been at it. The hell?
You don't want to do it now?
No, hold on. I will return.
You think there's a squirrel? I feel like there's a squirrel around in his house. Did you say anything weird?
He just said he will return.
Okay. You played the. Oh my god, what is it?
I never actually beat the game. Speaking and even gameplay wise, I mean, I thought it was really good as games, and yet Sony decided to disband the studio for whatever reason. I'm kind of just surprised because I thought for sure that they were working on other things.
No, especially with like a remake coming in, like I don't know, because like they were using that studio to do a lot of their remakes, just like how they pass off like a lot of their PC ports to, is it Nixus? That studio to do.
Maybe.
So with the God of War trilogy coming, you felt like they might lead on Bluepoint a little bit more, right? I guess.
Well, no, I think they have Santa Monica Studios for that.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
I think that's who handles all of that stuff.
Yeah, brought back the original voice actor to advertise for it.
Yeah,
that was dope too, man. That was dope. But I'm saying, like, why wouldn't they use Bluepoint to do that remake, especially if Santa Monica's, they're diving into the next game. I think they've already. It's been like soft confirmed that God of War 6 is in production. Is in full production. So, don't know why.
Yeah, it's hard to say why they do what they do.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe they shut the studio down by absorbing it, fully, and kind of like just have like a different department under Sony. That makes sense.
Well, I mean,
Sony Direct.
That would make more sense if that were the case. I think that would be better, especially for the employees.
It's the hopeful, yeah, for sure. Everything all right, Griff?
Yeah. Just something was going nuts in our house, and I wanted to get some info before we talk about this next thing real quick, because I don't know if it's a sign of the times or okay. So, all right, I don't know if I'm, if we're going to read into this too much in the public sense or not. So, as of right now that I have heard of, Phil Spencer is stepping down as CEO of Xbox. Now, I don't know if this is a sign of the times or the fact that the guy has been the CEO of Xbox for 25 years.
I don't know, man. I mean, something about it is kind of suspicious to me, because like his last day is Monday. He's already done. He's already out, right?
Yeah.
Apparently, their new regime changes. It's already taking place. Whereas like other companies for like CEOs, like who was the dude that was the head of Sony? Was Sony's CEO? He was like I'm retiring. I'm resigning. But he was still in place for like another 6 months.
Yeah.
Right. His retirement.
Didn't he go to NVIDIA?
He could have, maybe. I don't know, but like, and I feel like other people, like when they step down and they resign under normal situations, they're still like in power. They're still the CEO of like a good time after their announcement. Like I said, he was still the CEO for 6 months.
Okay. So there's also there's other things that are timing sensitive about when he's doing this. Because we don't know if he, spent some time with that one person who's no longer on this planet.
Oh. What they say.
You're talking about that. Oh,
Yeah.
about that.
That dude who's no longer here, who had that place where all those really rich people used to hang out.
Yeah.
Like, his boss is there. We don't know if he is.
Weird.
So
I thought we would talk about get to the subject a little bit later. I felt like it was going to come up in the show, but maybe just like a little bit later.
Well, it's like the timing is suspicious.
I don't know. I mean,
all these things are connected in very weird ways.
Truth. You know what though? Of all the people that have been outed, the one person that was never outed that we probably, as a society, owe an opinion to is Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Owe an opinion, owe an apology to.
Yeah.
If you have any doubts or concerns, right, look up Macaulay Culkin's stance on the whole issue.
Yeah, I never. Yeah, I mean Macaulay Culkin, he definitely backed MJ for, and still does. But that doesn't necessarily mean.
It doesn't.
It doesn't necessarily mean that he was involved in that. I mean,
exactly.
Someone said that, like, when the files came out, Someone made a joke with P. Diddy was like, see, I'm not in the files. I'm good, man. Like, of course you're not in the files. You were the competition.
Right.
And just like, so just because someone's not in the files doesn't mean they didn't have their own circle going on in their area.
What's really funny is that Diddy's got his own version of the files, and it's just like, well, of course you don't need to be in the other guy's files.
MJ fell so P. Diddy could fly.
R. Kelly fell so P. Diddy could fly like an eagle.
Yeah, I think R. Kelly had a comeback, didn't he?
He had.
Phrasing.
Yeah. I mean, maybe like a back full of cut. What?
Anywho, moving on.
You think he had a comeback? No, man. He's locked up. Him and Diddy are like. Oh, dude, are they at the same prison? I feel like they are at the same prison.
Depends.
Oh, dude. I feel like they are at the same prison for some reason.
We'll look that up off the show.
Can't wait. You got to do it right now. Dude, I did see a post that there was like a lot of people with the same subject matter all at the same prison. I feel like the guy that owned the place that we're talking about right now, I feel like he was there too. Hold on, I gotta look. You can continue.
All right, so I was kind of hoping everybody would be here, but we're going to roll with it. Do you guys have any opinions about anything that's currently getting ready to be released that makes it kind of a turn off for you, or is really going to set the standard for you? I'll give an example. All right, so they're getting ready to release the remake of Fable.
It's not a remake, it's a brand new game, isn't it?
No, it's a remake.
Sorry.
It's just a remake of the franchise, I guess you'd say. Yeah.
It's like a reboot of the franchise.
Yeah.
Well, okay, you can say that.
They're redoing the original story.
Okay.
So there are several things that are red flags for me. One, Peter Molyneux has nothing to do with it, which is interesting because he is the creator of that universe. Mm-hmm. Two, they're doing away with the good evil alignment system and replacing it with a reputation system.
Oh, yeah, I guess that is different.
So, like CP just pointed out, what's the difference? Here's the difference. In the original game, there was a good evil alignment system. The more good things you did, the more towards the alignment. You got, like, your eyes would burst open, you'd have brimstone running down your face, and you'd grow horns.
Yeah, you look like a demon or something.
Yeah.
You're talking about Infamous, man. Infamous did that.
No, Fable did it first.
Well, yeah, Fable did that.
I know. I believe you. I believe you. I'm just messing with you. I understand.
And then if you went all the way good, like you got a halo and an aura, and the townsfolk you interacted with would react to your aura. If you had the evil aura, they would run away. So if you're trying to talk to a vendor and sell a bunch of stuff, sometimes that vendor would just run away.
I mean, other games have done this too. Not like done this too. Example, Red Dead Redemption 2 and their honor system. If you had good honor, sometimes the people would react to you. They would say nice things to you. They would say, hi, how are you doing? Things would be cheaper in the store. It would be fine. And if you had horrible honor, people would run away from you. They would say bad things to you. You'd get additional sequences that happen in camp. People would they would sit down and talk with you and be like, yo, man, why are you killing all these people? And Arthur would be like, I don't know, man. I just feel like killing a whole bunch of people. I'm just going down this path and just doing what I want. And then And you could go to vendors and the prices would increase, or they'd be like, "Hey, I'm watching you. We're not doing anything funny because I'm ready to defend myself." So I feel like they can do the same thing. Just because you don't physically change your appearance for good and evil does not necessarily mean that the same things aren't going to happen, right?
Right.
Because what you said, like,
one of the selling points of the Renown system originally was the change in your visualization. Like, this was before microtransactions and all that. So now it's starting to feel like they're doing away with the visualization change, and they're going to sell it to you later as an MTX. I'm not saying they're the only ones who have ever done this good, evil, good, bad system. I'm just saying that they were one of the first ones that had it fully implemented into the core of the game.
I'm just saying that I think switching from an honor to an honor system and reputation system is damn near the same thing. It's just
he said that it's going to be, this new system, and it could be the exact same thing from Red Dead. And people who don't know the difference, who didn't experience the original, won't know what they're missing. But honestly, it could be the same thing without the visualizations. I don't know. I won't know till it comes out. What was the other thing? I had a...
Was it with Fable or was it with a different game?
Oh, let's see here. Like, this is just the example I'm giving. So yeah, new morality system focused on reputation, not good versus evil. So they're completely doing away with good versus evil. I don't know why this is a stigma in video games now.
I think it's just a different name. It's got to be just a different name, because, I mean, they called it a reputation system in Red Dead 2, but it's really just your good actions and your bad actions. It's going to be the same thing. It's just under a different name. It probably just says something different in the wording of the tutorial. Hell, you might even be able to, as you do have good reputation and good honor, you might get a Halo again. We don't know. Do you?
Retelling of the original game is a complete and utter remake. So there is nothing of, I am expecting, which is a red flag for me. There is nothing stating that they're just nostalgia baiting.
Yeah.
That's all they're doing. They're trying to.
If it was nostalgia baiting, it would be a remaster. If it's a full ground remake, looks like they put a lot of work into it. It's not that much of a nostalgia bait. I understand that obviously there's a little bit of nostalgia there. That's why it's called Fable and not called, I mean, yeah, of course there's definitely still some nostalgia there. And not just a new IP.
Right. And honestly, like, if they just wanted to be set in this universe, that's fine. Do whatever you're going to do. You own the rights, whatever. But if you're going to be completely remaking and redoing the entirety of all the systems that are in the game.
Well, again, they're going off of people wanting to play the old one.
Yeah, it's the Fable name. I think it's the fact that franchise hasn't really had anything done with it in such a long time. For people like us who remember the franchise lovingly, it really is just nostalgia bait, like you said, and it's I mean, it could be a legitimately good game. It could be a good version of Fable, being a newer, updated, game. But at the same time, it could just be a lot of the exact same mechanics that are maybe not overhauled very much. It could just be the same kind of game, just with a newer coat of paint.
Yeah, it's possible.
I don't know. I'm sure there will be improvements in some way, shape, or form. But at the same time, depending on who you are, you might not view some of what they do as improvements.
Right. And so here's the thing though, like, if you're going to try to bait me out with my nostalgia, I am not going to do a day one buy on it. That is a wait for it to come out, watch some gameplay, and if it doesn't appeal to me, then I just won't buy it.
You don't have to. It's on Game Pass.
Okay, then I won't download it and play it. I won't give it the time if it doesn't deserve the time. How about that?
What are you talking about? Just download it, play it for an hour. If it catches you, then you can continue to play it. If it doesn't catch you, then whatever. Do you already have Game Pass? I mean, I guess it's different if you don't.
Okay, how about this? I don't want to give it an additional player count than it's already. We saw this with.
If you give it a player count and then the player count drops off.
Okay. Remember, 7 trillion people bought Shadows.
And 7 trillion people are still playing it. I'm one of them.
So you're all alone.
I mean, have you met me? I'm pretty awesome. I'm like 6.5 trillion people by myself.
Yeah. But yeah, so is there any games coming up that you guys have red flags about?
God, red flags about? No, I think everything that's coming up that I want, I'm going to get is going to be good. I mean, dude, Crimson Desert just keeps getting better and better as they keep talking about it, man. I'm super excited for Crimson Desert.
Which blows my mind. It is a live service MMO, which is completely against everything. Yeah, it is.
That's why. No, you're thinking about Black Desert. And Black Desert was made by the same people. And I was like, oh, Crimson Desert, I'm not going to play that because they made Black Desert. And Black Desert is a large MMO. No, Crimson Desert is a single-player campaign game with no online capabilities and no microtransactions.
It's
a single-player experience.
It says there's no microtransactions at launch.
I don't think they're going to add any.
You have not touched Black Desert, have you?
Huh? I know what Black Desert is.
Black Desert is a pay-to-win Korean MMO.
Right. They said this is a completely different game and a completely different experience. It is solely a single-player campaign. I noticed that you're not saying anything out loud because I'm right.
I'm reading. Multiplayer is post-launch. The multiplayer mode will be released separately, similar to how GTA Online launched after the single-player game.
Well, no one cares about that.
Well, say that about GTA. The reason we've had GTA for 4 effing generations of the same version, it wasn't for its captivating story. But no, I mean,
but Crimson Desert is
if it is a non-pay to win single player game, I might actually play that myself because I actually liked Black Desert. I would have been. I probably would still be playing Black Desert if it wasn't pay to win. Black Desert
I've
is
seen people play Black
beautiful.
Desert. Yeah,
even as an MMO, it is gorgeous. But
yeah, Crimson Desert is supposedly in the opposite direction. I actually didn't know that they had online components, but yeah.
All right. So you're looking forward to it.
Pretty dope.
But yeah, we are off topic here. So, any red flags for anything? And you specifically brought this up.
I don't think so. I brought it up.
You brought up Black Desert or Crimson Desert.
Oh yeah. I'll bring another one. The God of War trilogy, the remake trilogy.
Are they remakes or remasters?
So I think they're going to be full
remakes.
It sounds like they're going to be full remakes, and it also sounds like that they're going to. This is the red flag for me: is that they're going to change the combat system. It sounds like they're going to change the combat system to be over the shoulder. And I'm not for that.
They're gonna make it like the new games, and when I first heard that, I thought to myself, I was like, they're kind of taking the nostalgia right out of it by not having the original combat system or even anything that's close to how it was.
Yeah, I mean that hack and slash style gameplay, and just like kind of like with the fixed camera, but that kind of like pans as you enter different areas or move through the area. I mean that was God of War, man, back then. And at first, I was even kind of skeptical about God of War 4 because I was like, that's not really.
It didn't have the same feel, yeah.
We used to, and they had to change, reimagining. I mean, it's still my favorite game of all time. God of War 4, so great, so good. I mean, I love that combat system, but I still think the original games just still need the original flow. It's part of the storytelling. It's part of the experience and going through. And I try to explain this to people. One of the reasons that I love God of War 4 so fucking much is because I played 1, 2, and 3 and got that experience and understood Kratos' story and how he was back then to evolve into what he became.
Yeah.
And that's why God of War 4 was so special to me, because I was just like, damn, dude, he did like a full 180. I knew everything about him. He was fucking ruthless. Didn't care about anybody ripping them in half, using whoever he wanted to get his needs. I'm going off topic. I don't know. What's a red flag for me? I want to play the Bond game so bad. I want fucking 007 so bad. I've never been a huge fan of Hitman, but probably because I just didn't understand how to play them. I always wanted to do everything stealthily and super quiet, but I also I'm starting to realize now that like the first time I play a mission, I'm probably not going to be able to do it perfectly, and I always try to do it perfectly the first time I played it, and that's why I never liked Hitman, because I could never do it. And I've realized that like Hitman,
you saying Hitman made me realize that the new John Wick game that's going to be coming out, that could be a red flag for me, because I'm not entirely sure if the gameplay is going to deliver.
Yeah, I'm not behind that either. It's probably not going to live up to the movie. They're definitely jumping on that nostalgia. That is nostalgia bait 1,000%. I mean, because they didn't know what to do. They killed the character off. They supposedly were trying to bring him back for. Have there been 5 Wick movies? No, there's 4. There's 4 main Wick movies, and then Ballerina, which I haven't seen, even though Ana de Armas is queen. I feel so bad. I'm sorry I haven't watched it, baby girl. I'm gonna watch it soon. Don't worry. The game is probably just making the game to continue the train. I don't think the combat's gonna hold up in the game. It's hard to do.
Chapter 5 is officially in development.
And they're gonna. It's got to be a prequel or something, or like somehow he lived.
It's gotta be.
Yes, I don't know.
Well, as long as it's better than.
Was.
Yeah. But as long as they don't pull like but somehow Palpatine is here.
I mean, that's so funny. But somehow I always wanted to like the Hitman games. Like I always like the aspect like you can do like different things in the environment, and I like the gameplay and style of it. And I just like kind of like want to get back into the Hitman game so I can get ready for the 007 game. I guess that was another thing that kind of like didn't like about the Hitman games. It tried to be a campaign and like a linear story at times, but it also wasn't. Like they kind of like I feel like they kind of try to tell a story through your assassinations, but like it's kind of just meh. So I think 007 being extremely linear, campaign story-driven game, what with the Hitman playstyle, I think I'm gonna be all for it, dude. I think I'll be all for it. And also, I'll understand that like that's another thing about the Hitman games, having ratings like as you do missions and stuff, and like I said, like because I always try to do it perfect the first time, and now I understand that like you're not supposed to do it perfect the first time. You're supposed to like unlock more things, unlock more weapons and accessories and items, and then go back and then do them, like a master. Which is funny because I'm a huge fan of New Game Plus, but I just didn't realize that, of unlocking shit and then going back and playing the game and doing the game with all the shit I unlocked. I'm sorry, Hitman. I owe you an apology. I definitely need to go back and give you guys another shot. I mean, I still put tons of hours into those games, but still just.
So consoles are being delayed. Specifically, the whole Ramageddon thing is screwing up everything, and I have a feeling they're delaying it so that hopefully that the market can fix itself before they release the console, because they have realized that people are not going to spend $2,000 on a console.
There's no way they would even attempt to do that.
That's why I think they're delaying it.
$1,000 would be crazy.
Yeah.
I thought I saw something that like Sony already had like a lot of their hardware for the for the PlayStation 6 under contract, so that the prices were kind of like fixed and they weren't, they had already made moves. So like, the Ramageddon, the price of GPUs, rising prices of storage devices, drives.
Honestly,
it's not going to affect them that much.
When it comes to consoles in general, or in particular, I don't really think they need to upgrade us right now as it stands. I feel like there's still a lot they can do with the current generation of consoles.
Yeah, I kind of felt that way about the PS4 too, because like a lot of people realized that when Ghost of Tsushima came out, it came out at the very end of the PS4's life, and people were like, wow, this game runs amazingly on the PS4. It's doing a shit ton. Like, why have you guys been putting out games like this the entire lifespan? You waited till the last month of its life.
The funny part about that is not only did it run flawlessly on the PS4, it did not strain the PS4.
Nope.
Like
you're talking about like the base PS4, not even the Pro.
Yeah. I'm talking about I have one of the OG PS4s. I have the Uncharted 3 Special Edition PS4. Like that came out. It was like, we're talking. I got my PS4 like 3 years in, so we're talking about something that I opened up out of a box, used a year after. PS4 was a beast, like absolute beast for its time.
Fantastic.
It is, but no.
Compared to PC, with like even your casual or even like high end gamer, I guess. Not an extreme enthusiast, but dude, yeah, the PS5 is fine. Fine, it doesn't need to be life cycled yet.
I have unsubscribed from my PlayStation Plus only for the fact that I'm not getting value out of it, and to the extent that I use it. I have a really good PC. I will play that.
Yeah.
I don't need PS Plus. I still pay for Game Pass, but I pay for Game Pass because one, I still use my Xbox. My backbone that I have connects directly to my Xbox, and I also have the PC components of it. So I still pay for Game Pass. I get a lot more value and usability out of it over PlayStation Pro. That's it, but that's what works for me. If all you're using is the PlayStation, obviously go for it. But anyway, expect consoles to either have extreme delays or be, $1,500 to $2,000.
The only thing that I don't want to like about the delays is, even though I said the PlayStation 5 is fine, it definitely can last a couple more years. It doesn't need to be live cycled yet. But I also feel that studios were kind of like expecting these consoles to release, like first party studios, and they were kind of gearing up some of the games to release with the console. So one of the first examples I can give is Horizon, the Horizon games. I hate that they're called Horizon. I feel like other games have been called Horizon, but there's Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West. I feel like Horizon's not really a good main title name, right? What they called it. But anyway, so the Horizon games, I've realized that Horizon 3, their timing with everything, I feel like it was slated to be a launch title with the PlayStation 6.
Mm.
And I'm replaying through that franchise right now, and I'm like, Horizon 3 is probably going to get delayed just because they want it to be a launch title for the PlayStation 6, and if the PlayStation 6 gets delayed, that game's going to get pushed back too.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So
chain reaction, domino effect. Yeah.
Even though the game probably will, if it's a launch game, they'll probably still release it for the PS5 too. So they're like, the people that aren't able to get their hands on a PS6, right away, they normally do that with most launch games. They'll still release it for the previous gen console, which I'm not a huge fan of because they kind of like have to hold the game back so it can run optimally on both consoles. But I'm like, just go ahead and release it.
Do we want to talk about number 7 real quick, or do we want to save it for the next show? Because number 7's a freaking...
Do it. I'm here for it, man. It depends on how long you want the show to be.
Well, I got to get off very soon because I got to get my kid to bed and actually eat something.
Oh,
it's your fault.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot we
talk about it now.
Get into there.
All right, let's.
I mean, by this, in 2 weeks, it might be done. It might be over. You're like, they might do it, and then like.
Honestly, I think it might all just be a clever ploy and a distraction to keep us all from talking about what's going on right now. Because I mean, why now? Why now? After all this time, is it suddenly? I mean, yeah, because Obama did that interview recently where he said, "quote unquote," that aliens are real, but he's never seen them. It's like, okay, why does that matter right now? I don't think anyone cares about that. I think we're more focused on things that are more attainable, and aliens are not one of those things, I'm afraid.
Yeah. Speaking of which, whatever happened to that comment?
What comment?
The one that passed by like 3 weeks ago. No, 3 months ago. That everybody was all in the head.
The comment. It's just a comment.
Oh, I don't even remember, honestly.
Yeah, she just flew by. Nothing happened. And everyone was like, oh, I guess it's not an alien spacecraft. So...
Yeah. Actually, I forgot about that until you said that.
Well, it was everybody was talking about it nonstop until 3i Atlas. Everybody was talking about it nonstop until it got here, and then it just disappeared.
Yeah, it flew right on by. It didn't do any course corrections. It got closer so we could see it, and we're like, okay, it's a comet. All right, fine. Fuck. And then it lost its appeal. All right, so. Exactly. Why now? So Sob said, why now? They did this shit like a couple years ago.
Yep.
When the guy in his island, it was all up in the news and things were getting spicy. And then the Pentagon was just like, okay, we're gonna declassify some files that show we've seen UFOs before and UAPs, and we don't know what them shits are. So and nobody gave a fuck because they were all like, release the fucking files, give us the fucking files.
Well, I think the other reason why a lot of people don't care about like aliens and stuff as much as we used to is because even if it becomes known that aliens are real and they're like walking amongst us, who cares? I still got to pay bills. I still got to work a job. I still got to do all the normal things of life. It's like, why does it matter? It's not going to change anything.
Yeah, you're right.
It's pretty bad. We have formulated a society of that's gotten so bad. It was like, oh, Mars attacks could 100% happen. All right, cool.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe we need that. Maybe we need a little bit more structure.
Well, it's just funny how bills and taxes somehow outweigh all of this other stuff that would be so cool to learn and discover, and yet it's just kind of like, who's got time for that?
Dude,
yes, that's basically.
They're gonna release it, man. I mean, you're right. I feel like people already know, and you're right. It's not gonna change too much. I think a lot of people will probably freak out, especially that are more on the a religious side of things.
Right. Yeah.
As much as like, I guess it feels like the perspective has changed a little bit over the last, couple decades. Religion still runs a shit ton of stuff throughout the world where it comes to like, especially like politics, information, morality, the way we do things. Religion still runs a whole lot. And
it's less so much in our society, but there are entire societies completely dictated by their religion. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, the U.S. still is like, supposedly, under God, it's still a very Christian, still a very Christian country. Even as, I guess the, non-religious population grows, it's still a very Christian country, especially like in our laws and,
That's a subject for a different time. That might be another Red Label show. We haven't had one of those in a while.
So, I mean, it's going to contradict a lot of things, and it's going to change the perspective on things. It's also going to show that, like,
that's the thing. We have seen no proof.
As things change, as things have come out in the past of like, like conspiracy theories and stuff. It's gonna be one more thing. We're like, yep, all right. We knew the government has been lying to us the entire time about this. Conspiracy theories are so much fun, especially as like they start becoming real and shit. People are usually like, oh, MK Ultra's a thing. They're like, okay, MK Ultra's a thing. You're fucking wild. Came out, it's completely fucking true. It was completely fucking true. This shit's crazy. And more things. It's just more things coming down the pipe. Dude, we need to add Egypt to the fucking show because Egypt's going fucking crazy right now.
What's going on?
Like the country, like just what they're finding in Egypt that completely fucks with the human historical timeline and other things that they're finding like all over the world.
Has what's his name finally retired or passed away?
Dude needs to go the fuck away because he's fucking up a lot of shit.
You know exactly who I'm talking about.
I know exactly. Dude, I don't wish death on anybody. There's a lot of people I fucking hate in the world. I don't wish death on anybody. But he's probably the one dude I do wish death on. He needs to go the fuck away. He fucks up so much shit. Not just in Egypt, but like all over the world too, because it conflicts with his narrative. He fucked up their shit. And he blacklists them, and anybody contradicts his reality, his agenda. He's got to go fuck their shit up. And now he's not able to hide it anymore. He's not even able to hide it. There's so many other third party, people that are able to do like these satellite scans and the satellite scans of the pyramids and stuff. It came out like a year or two ago that they were finding all these chambers and like these pillars underneath the pyramids that went 2 kilometers down, and he was like, nope, that's not it. It's only been one dude who did a scan. It's not true. He's full of shit. It's bullshit. It's not been peer reviewed. It's trash. There now been like at least 6 different other agencies and companies that did it, and they all have the exact same results. Using different equipment, the same technology, but using different equipment, their own equipment, and all of it saying that there's chambers under the Sphinx, under the pyramids that go 2 kilometers down, and they're finding all this shit, and he's not able to hide it anymore. I fucking hate that dude so much.
I'm gonna have to look more into it because I'm curious.
Hundreds of thousands. You could have discovered hundreds of thousands of years of history by now, and he just doesn't allow it. I fucking hate him. We probably could have found Atlantis by now and shit like that.
But yeah,
I believe in Atlantis. Do I believe in Atlantis? I think Atlantis existed. I think it probably existed. It was out there somewhere.
I can't say I do. There's not enough resources to say it existed. It pops up in like 3 manuscripts.
It pops up in a lot of texts. And it's just, and as they're just finding information, like, and again, like other things in Egypt, and they're showing like data that like the pyramids and the Sphinx are probably like, 10,000 years old at least. And the dude's coming in like, nope, that's not true. That's not how physics works and technology. Nope, blacklisted. He's not right. Fucking hate that dude. So it's exciting.
Okay,
they also found where they found it. Someone found wood beams.
We were both wrong.
Structure.
We are both wrong. Atlantis appears in 2 texts, both written by Plato. So 2 different texts written by the same guy.
I thought Plato alone wrote a bunch of things about it, and I thought it was also mentioned in like the early versions of the Bible. Not the ones that have been cut and edited and released today.
That's actually
kind of like
a misnomer, by the way. We can talk about it later. But
sorry, it in different shit.
Yeah, there's actually, so I've looked into that extensively recently about like the cut and edited versions of the Bible and things like that, and that's actually a false pretense designed to circumvent Christianity, or not circumvent, to disprove Christianity. It's a whole thing. We can talk about it later because we don't really dive into that in this show, but yeah, we might have to have. Do we need to do another red line episode for number 7?
I mean, sure. I feel like by the time if President Trump does say that he's going to release actual proof and just say fuck it, dude, he's probably going to do it too, man. If he he probably would fucking do it too, and just say fuck it. Hey, I want to let you know that this is huge. We're going to do it. It's going to be the coolest thing ever. Have you seen it? It's going to be so cool, and they're going to be everywhere. And I saw a meme. I saw a meme about the girl from the airplane that was like that motherfucker back there is not real. Like, we owe her an apology now. She's probably right.
She blinked with 2 sets of eyelids.
We owe her an apology, man.
Oh. Anyway, we're going to cut it there. Thank you all for coming to watch it.